Hey guys, how you doing? Kind of tired. I spent a lot of time last night. I think I was working on this till about 5 o'clock in the morning. It took me about 3 hours to finally figure it out what was going on. But right now, the CBS website is completely wonky, and I'm guessing it has probably affected every single game in the NCZ this week. However, it may have taken me 3 hours to figure it out. However, with my help of what I'm about to tell you, you should be able to do this with under an hour to check your team. But I just want to explain this right here and now. I'm not doing this as a commissioner. It's just way too much work. So I'm going to worry about my games, and I'm going to make sure that at the end of the week they're correct. So I'll have it all figured out for my games, but I'm not doing yours. And if you don't do yours and the other guys you're playing don't do yours, they're never going to get checked. I'm hoping something happens. Last night, what happened actually, to tell you what happened was the Macaulay Mustangs were playing against me, and I've been following that game closely, and they had 20 points, and I had 14 points. So that was a pretty big difference. And around 10 or 11 last night, I went back to look at the how it was sitting, and all of a sudden, Macaulay Mustangs and the Islanders were tied at 14 points apiece. And normally, a lot of times, they NHL will fix things, and the CBS site will adjust them for you when they fix them. So, like if a guy was credited to a goal that night, but he didn't tip the puck or whatever, uh, that goal will actually get taken away from him. But when it was 6 points, I knew there was something really wrong. So I'm going to show you what happened with this. Okay, so as you can see here, I have the ESPN NHL schedule out, and there's a reason for that. Basically, as I was going along, I couldn't figure out why Keith had lost so many points and everything. So eventually, I decided to I decided to go, well, I'm just going to have to do these individually. And as you can see up here, so these are all Keith's players that played last night. And I actually had to go through their individual games and check game by game by game. And I'm going to show you how you guys how to do that. But basically, right here, these are the person's totals for the week that they were supposed to be playing in. And so I had to write them all down. You have to add them up because, 2 or 3 games are played. So basically, yeah, you have to add them up individually. And then you'll see some side notes here. When I finally started going into the player profile pages and I went to the game log, I'm going to show you that how to do that right now. So uh, or I'll show you it all at the end of this, give you a little tutorial. Some people already probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But I noticed here that a bunch of games were missing, and they were they weren't even in the players' game logs or on their profile. Like the game didn't even exist. So basically, I started to notice a pattern there. So they were missing. I'm going, okay, well, that's great. I got to find out how many points. And that's when I decided to go to their individual profile pages and get their exact totals. So as you can see here, I started to find a pattern. Tyler Johnson, he missed. This game is not input into the system. The Florida 6-4 over Tampa game is missing. And for JT Miller, missing is the Calgary 4, Vancouver 3. Uh, so then there's the Ottawa 6, Toronto 5 game missing for TJ Brody. So uh, that makes a difference. And then also here is, I believe it's Edmonton, yeah, Winnipeg and Edmonton at 6-5. I noticed those games were missing. And then I noticed another pattern. All of those games were on February 15th. So if you go to the ESPN schedule here for Monday, February the 15th, you can see there was a lot of teams playing. So 22 teams had played on this day, but all I did was check Keith's team. That's the only team I've checked so far. I haven't even done my own yet, but I can tell you I will be. And I'll also, I probably won't do the Capitals game because I don't have a chance in that game anyway, even if I get the stats correct. So basically, if Al wants to check, I don't know why I'd want to, he can do that one. But anyway, so go to February 15th here. You can see that there was 11 games. So that's 22 teams playing. So I have to think that every single game in the no control zone is affected by this. And I should say that I have, as I was going through checking everything, I ran into a bunch of teams whose games for February the 15th did register. So why? I don't know. In one game, I think it might have been Anaheim and San Jose. I think it was that one where all the Anaheim players, their games registered in their profile for February 15th, but San Jose's team didn't register for actually playing in that game. So basically, that's what I came up with here. These games were missed on February 15th. San Jose 3, Anaheim 2, Florida 6, Tampa 4, Calgary 4, Vancouver 3, Ottawa 6, Toronto 5, and Winnipeg 6, Edmonton 5. So all those games were missing. So that's why it highly affected Keith's team. I probably wouldn't have noticed this because some teams, it only affects like a point or two. But since that was such a drastic change, that's when I noticed and had to figure out what was going on. Now, I should say this, down the road, and as of this time right now, it is 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time that I'm doing this, and it has not been fixed. However, CBS does update when they make mistakes like this, we'll update it. Like we may be into next week's play and it gets updated then. Or it may never get updated. I don't know. So that's why you're going to want to do your own and make sure you have a total, especially if the games are important to you. So let me show you how it's done. So basically, NHL.com is official hockey stats. So, but the reason I got the ESPN schedule up here is because the NHL.com site doesn't go back; it only goes forward. So, but they are the official point takers for the NHL. So. Since I couldn't go backwards, what you can do, however, is that you can select a team here, and then you will be able to go backwards. So let's take a look at. We'll bring up Vancouver since I'm going to be using JT Miller as an example here. So let's see, where's Vancouver? Vancouver Canucks. So. Did you see what I did there? So you just go up here to select the team, and I clicked up the Canucks, and you get their schedule like this. So now basically, this is when on the 13th, our season ended. So any game played on these days are going to be, so 14th to 20th are going to be in our season. So to find out, then you just go to, what game was JT Miller missing? Let me just check here for a second. Miller's missing the Calgary 4-3 Vancouver game. So the Calgary the 15th. I should have known that. So basically, I clicked that up. The NHL.com site for the game changes it to. And so this is their game stat page. You can find out the stats here. I can already see like Miller's gotten a point here, and yeah, so there's going to be a bit of a change there. However, To find out how your guy did, go up top here to team stats, and you got the Calgary Flames here. You just scroll down, get the Vancouver Canucks. So let's go to JT Miller. There's JT Miller there. Yeah, 0 goals, 1 assist, 1 point. He was a +1 and had no penalty minutes. And so that is how it's affected. Now, to figure out if you don't know how to do that on the no control zone site, I'll show you how to bring up a player and figure it out. So right here is JT Miller. I'm going to click on JT Miller. Up comes his profile. Next step, you go to game log. Now you have to remember that the game started on the 14th and are currently still in progress. So that's the only ones you want to take a look at, right? So when you go, you click on game log, and then you'll see here, if you take a look over here, okay, this is their game tonight, and there's done. But look, February 15th is completely missing. So JT Miller is not getting those things. So basically what you have to do is you have to go in there, but you got to add them up, right? Like, so in this game, he's a -2, a 3, puts him +1, +2, and oh no, he doesn't get a plus here because this game was on the 13th and it starts on the 14th. So basically he's a +1 overall without that game. But if you look at the game that he had a plus in that game as well. So you have to add them up, right? So -2, +1, or he's +3, so he's a +1. However, we are missing the February 15th game. So that's how you got to go through and check each team. It's tedious, but at least as far as I know, only games on February 15th were checked. So for you, it's a whole lot easier fix. You just need to go in and do this 20 times. For your own team and for your own security, I'd probably do the other team. And it'll take some time. It'll take you about an hour to get what you want, unless you don't care about your team. And if you don't care about your team, then we'll just let it ride and hope CBS straightens out the mess eventually. I'm going to be emailing them about this, and hopefully that'll take care of things. So yeah, so but I stress it's important that you find out now, because if CBS doesn't fix this, and there have been things in the past that they can't fix, if they can't fix this, you're going to have a written down thing. If you have huge results, I don't want them right away, but you're going to have to email me your results, because like I said, there's no way I'm going through every team and doing this for you. So if you're into your team's results this week, yeah, I suggest you do it. I just want to say here, this is basically Keith's, what Keith has really done. So the website before tonight's game had Keith at 5 goals, 9 assists, 14 points. He was a +3 and had 12 penalty minutes. In reality, once I went through everything, I found out that let me see here. I found out that Keith had 2 goals, 4 assists for 6 points. He got another +2 and another 4 penalty minutes. So this was his real stats going into the game. So 7 goals, 13 assists, 20 points, +5 and 60. So that's what you're going to have to look for. So you're going to have to send me something along this lines by email if you're interested in changing your game. However, I wouldn't do it till, well, actually you can do it whenever you want, because we know February 15th has affected it. But if you send me the results, I'll make sure at crunch time, if whatever needs to be changed will be changed with the results that you find from this. And unfortunately for me, I'll probably, man, this sucks. I'll probably have to verify all your changes. So in the long run, I'll probably be doing 20 games, but at least if you guys do the grunt work, I'll know where to look. So yeah. So that's it. And like I said, I only checked Keith's team. I didn't even check my own team, and I didn't check Al's team either. So remember, there was 22 games on February 15th. So I probably didn't connect with. I only would have connected with the teams that are on Keith's team. So there could be other games that are affected too, but only you will be able to find that out by going up, looking at their stats and whatnot. So yeah. So that's how you're going to have to do it. Figure it out like this. I told you, members. So once again, you bring up JT Miller, you go to game log, you add them up. You're going to have to go to the website and you go to schedule. This is NHL.com. You go to the schedule. I find the easiest way to look it up. You look up team. Go all the way down. Give me the Vancouver Canucks. Brings up the team. So it will tell you, like if you have the just open two windows, open this window and open up your CBS website. So if once you pop the guy's file up, you can immediately look and see if he got credit for any of these three games. Of course, when Keith goes to look it up, you'll see this February 15th game is missing, and that's what happened. So that's how you do it, guys. It's a big screw up. That's all I can do. I don't know if anybody's got any comments, leave them in the comment section below so that I know. Okay. Screwed up. Odds are CBS website will fix this in the future. Like I said, I will be emailing with this. So yeah, that's all I can do. So now you know why your teams have the wrong scores, and if you want to fix your scores, just do what I did. That's all I leave. But after editing the video, getting it ready for final processing, I noticed I didn't really explain very well how to get to the schedule and get this up like this. So I'm going to explain that one more time. So basically, you're on, if you go to NHL.com, so go to schedule, hit schedule, and then in schedule it says select a team. So select whatever team you want. Say it's the Chicago Blackhawks. Sure, bring them up. And then you'll see how it brings up the schedule for the team, and then you get to that point that I didn't really tell you how to get to. And remember, the only games that are going to count are from the 14th to the 20th if you're waiting till the end of the week to do it. But I can't stress enough how important this really is, because you for example, in one of the games with Keith, so the difference in the score at the end of last night was Mustangs 6, Islanders 1. But CBS site, because they didn't get all that stuff in, the score was actually 4.5 to 2.5, which is a lot closer. And when the Mustangs played East Coast Brewers last night, it said that the Brewers were winning 6-1 in that game, when in reality, the score was actually Mustangs 4, East Coast Brewers 3. Now, once again, that could change because, Dono, I didn't check your stats. So you're definitely want to get to change your stats, because I know that you're in a tight game with the Capitals as well. So you might want to take a look at the Capitals game, and well, just make sure you get your figures, and I would check and see what the Capitals figures are. So that's how important it can be. So, and as of what's happened tonight, after once again, I told you the score was 4.2 to 2.5, or 4.5 to 2.5 with Mustangs and the Islanders. Because of that, it tightened up even more, and to the point where the Islanders may end up winning this game that they shouldn't. But so weird that the Mustangs may lose a game, they should win. So, but like I said, that could change, Jono. I didn't check your stats, but that's how important it is. So that's it for now, guys. Yeah, what a mess. What a mess. You guys take care of yourself and peace out, boys.